Okay, the Eagles will kick off. I mean, Devin Homer going to tee it up here for the Eagles. In for the Cardinals, number 4, Jared Lund, along with number 23, Jacob Prouty. Eagle tackle made by Yannick number 85, along with 53, Devin Homer. So the first and 10 now for the Cardinals from their own 29-yard line. Carried by Johnson. Tackle made by Kyle Atkins along with Devin Homer.
Hello, Windom Eagles fans, and welcome to tonight's game versus the Windom Eagles and Redwood Cardinals. My name is Matt Thiesfeld, and I'm joined by my partner, Adam Farg. And there's an early fumble, and looks like the Eagles have fallen on top of it. And there's a very quick change of possession for the Eagles.
And Eagles have recovered.
The Eagles have been very good so far this year in the category of forcing turnovers, as Gilbertson hands the ball off to Antes up the middle.
Football is carried by
Met by a mob of Redwood Cardinals. He'll gain about 1 on the play. And that fumble right there was the 12th turnover caused by the Eagles this year. Espenson in motion, handoff to Espenson.
Ball carried by Riley Espenson.
And he'll be met right around the line of scrimmage for about another 1-yard gain. That'll make it 3rd down and 8 to go for the Eagles. Ball on the Redwood 37-yard line. Luke Gilbertson making his first start tonight at quarterback. The freshman stepping in for the injured Sam Huska. And now Gilbertson comes out in shotgun with Antes to his right and 2 receivers split to each side. Nielsen will motion to the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be tripped up after a 1-yard gain by Cade Johnson of Redwood.
Tackle is made by Cade Johnson.
Gain of about 2 on the play.
Puts the Eagles in a 4th down and a long 6. It looks like Devin Nielsen will.
And now the Eagles come out to punt. Nielsen will be the punter here for Windom. Cade Johnson back to receive the punt. And a good snap. And it takes a great Windom bounce. And that is a wonderful punt for Nielsen as he pins Redwood back on about their own 1-yard line.
Devin Nielsen.
So a great little roll there for Nielsen as the Cardinals now start deep in their own territory.
Long field position as they'll begin. The Cardinals will begin from their own 2-yard line.
Making the start defensively for the injured Sam Husk will be Ryan Zamzow, a sophomore. He'll be in at safety. Redwood comes out with one wide receiver and one tight end to each side and two in the backfield. And Johnson will take the snap and give it to the fullback, who will break some tackles but eventually be dragged down by a group of Eagles after about a 5-yard gain.
Kate Johnson on the carry.
Actually, we'll say about 7-yard gain.
Tackle made by Tyler Morgan along with Jeff Pepper.
Cardinals now come out 2nd and 2.
That's an 8-yard gain for Johnson.
From their own 10-yard line.
And a 2nd down and 2.
Now we'll call it about 9.5-yard line. And Johnson will come out in shotgun now. Under center, my bad. And there'll be a fumble on the handoff.
Once again, there's a fumble on the play. The Cardinals do recover. And they're going to be close to a first down here. It'll be 3rd down and maybe a 1.5 to go.
Third and about 1 for the Cardinals on this drive. And this time Johnson will sneak it, trying to get the first down. And a huge dog pile is formed.
Keeper by the Cardinals.
And we'll see if it has the distance.
A host of Windom tacklers there.
And it looks like the officials want to bring out the chains here.
On Monday, the Windom Eagle cross-country meet will be held out at the Windom Country Club. That'll be an 8-team meet.
If Redwood doesn't have the first down, it'll be 4th down and very short.
Sleepy Eye St. Mary's, they are combined with Sleepy Eye Public into Old Cathedral. Springfield,
and it's really close, inches short. Let's see what decision the official makes.
Lake Crystal welcome.
And it'll be 4th down and like an inch. 1 inch, I think so.
The Windom Eagles. That's Monday at 4:30 at the Windom Golf Course. The Eagle 18.
And a big shift of men here for Redwood, so let's see if they'll go for it. Nope, they'll bring out the punting unit as Devin Nielsen drops back to return. Never want to risk it when you're this far into your own territory. There's the punt. Nielsen calls for a fair catch, and he will have it at the Redwood 40-yard line.
Fair catch called for by Devin Nielsen right at the Redwood.
So a good defensive stop for the Eagles on their first defensive drive. And after the about 40-yard punt, the Eagles will start again in Redwood territory. So they have yet to be in their own territory in this game, as they forced a fumble early and now got off a pretty long punt. And now Gilbertson under center with Antes behind him. Espenson will go in motion, but Antes will get the carry. Pushes through the line for about 3 yards.
Blaze Stow, number 55 on the tackle. So a good 2-yard gain. Breaks up a 2nd down at about 8.
So we have 2nd down here for the Eagles from about the Redwood 37-yard line, as Antes will get the carry again. And another short gain there for Antes. Gain about another 3.
Number 53. Antes does move the ball across the 35-yard line.
Make it 3rd and 4 now for Windom.
Where it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Gilbertson in shotgun now. Antes to his right. Peffer and Fast out wide for the Eagles. As this time Gilbertson will look to pass. and nearly picked off by Redwood, as there was a clear miscommunication between Gilbertson and Austin Fast, as Fast wasn't even looking for the ball yet.
Now it's going to be a 4th down.
So now 4th down and 4 for the Eagles from the Redwood 34. And Nielsen is going back to punt again. Johnson deep for Redwood. And there's another good snap for Windom. Nielsen boots it again. Johnson will call for a fair catch. But because he didn't catch it in the air, he will not get the fair catch. Tackle made by Austin Fast on the about 4-yard line. However, it looks like there was a late flag thrown.
And there'll be a little discussion going on here with the officials. A fair catch signal was made.
And not sure what it was, but there was some sort of penalty against the Cardinals, and that'll move them half the distance back to the goal line. So now they start from their own 2.
And so far, field position has definitely favored the Eagles.
And the Eagles looking to get another solid 3 and out here from their defense. As now Redwood comes out with 2 receivers to each side and 1 man in the backfield. Johnson is under center, and he'll give it off. And that'll be Antes with the stop.
Football was carried by number
and
23.
Jacob Prouty was the carrier for Redwood.
But here's a nice gain. That's about a 6-yard gain. Brings it out to the 8-yard line. We're at 2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4 now for the Redwood Cardinals. As now Johnson is lined up in the backfield, and Thomas Buboltz is in at quarterback, and Johnson is motioned to wide receiver, and Buboltz will take the snap and look for Johnson, who will catch it on the short curl, and a nice tackle made by Devin Nielsen at about 1 10-yard line.
Pass is complete to Johnson. The tackle is made by Devin Nielsen. It is about a 3-yard gain, and the Cardinals now have a 3rd down and 1.
So now 3rd and 1 here for the Cardinals. Eagles looking to stop the probable run here, as Johnson again is in the backfield and Buboltz is under center. He'll take the snap, and they'll try a quarterback sneak again. And it looks like he might have had it this time.
On the quarterback keeper.
And the officials will signal a 1st down.
Tackle was made by
So the Cardinals get their first down of the game, as they are still deep in their own territory at their own 12-yard line. And now Johnson back at quarterback, and Buboltz out wide. And Johnson will give it off. And he'll be tackled hard by Tyler Morgan at about the 15-yard line. That was Jacob Prouty on the carry for the Cardinals.
Along with Tyler Morgan.
So about a 5-yard gain there for the Cardinals. Making it 2nd and 5 for Redwood.
2nd down and 5.
Johnson under center, awaits the snap. He'll get it and hand it off up the middle. and he will be met by a mob of Eagle defenders right at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle for the Eagles, Zach Steen, number 68, along with 54. That's Tyler Morgan.
It will be 3rd and about 5 for the Cardinals. 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Still scoreless. Johnson under center with 2 wide receivers lined out to the left and 1 on the right. Johnson now in shotgun. He'll take the snap and he'll look to scramble. And he'll find a hole and he'll scramble forward for a first down, getting to the 25-yard line.
Tackle made for the Eagles by Tyler Morgan along with Jeff Beffer.
So Redwood now 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
As Redwood Valley has now moved the ball out to their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles beat the Cardinals last year, but last year Redwood was the homecoming game. This year it will be Worthington next Friday at home. So Cardinals switch quarterbacks again, putting Johnson, now motioning him out to wide receiver, and Buboltz under center. He'll take the snap and look to pass. He'll go to Johnson, and Johnson, just out of his reach, will not make the catch.
Good
coverage by Devin Nielsen.
Devin Nielsen defending for the Eagles.
So after the incomplete, it will be 2nd and 10.
As the Windom Eagles will host the Worthington Trojans in Big South Conference football right here at Island Park.
So the Cardinals come back out after that incomplete pass. And Buboltz will take the snap, and he'll give it to Johnson, but there'll be a fumble on the play.
A fumble on the play.
And a scramble for the ball, but we'll see who came up with it. Looked like Redwood jumped on it first, but there is an injury on the play that looks to be.
And we have a Windom Eagle injury
that,
on the play.
Is that Zach Steen that's down? Could be. Whoever it's down has yet to move. Oh, he just tapped his helmet there. Oh, could that be a concussion, you think? Could be. No, looks like he's rubbing his lower back. Yeah, that might be Zach Steen. I'm not seeing him anywhere else on the field. He seems to be rubbing that lower back area. And he rolls over, now laying on his back. And he'll get some help up and make it to his feet.
All right, Zach Steen, the injured player, he's up.
Not quite sure what happened there to Zach. But he'll make it off the field under his own power. Getting back to the action now, Redwood will have it from 3rd and 9 from their own 26-yard line.
This is going to be a performance by the Windom Mini Cheerleaders. The Mini Cheerleaders are performing at halftime.
1:45 left to play in the first quarter. And it's a chilly one down here at Island Park. So if you're watching this from home, I can't blame you. And Johnson will take the snap, and there'll be a handoff on a reverse, and he'll find some room. And Espenson finally brings him down.
Big run for Jacob Prouty.
That's Prouty on the carry.
Espenson.
Gained about 20 yards there, but there was a flag thrown back at about the 39-yard line.
As the Cardinals put the football close to midfield. That was about a 23-yard gain there by Prouty.
And the officials are discussing with the players about whatever call is going to be made. And it'll be holding against Redwood, so that will take away the big carry.
Will negate that long run by Prouty.
And another flag thrown. That's going to be unsportsmanlike on Redwood, as there's some clear frustration about that big gain being taken away. Yep, there's the call, unsportsmanlike against the Cardinals.
An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty also goes against Redwood Valley. And
unsportsmanlike conduct is a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, it's the Cardinal 48. It's going back to about the Redwood Valley 10-yard line.
So,
it's actually at the 14.
Instead of a 1st and 10, after a 21-yard run, it now turns into 3rd and very, very, very long from the Redwood 9. And Johnson will take the snap, looking to pass. He'll go deep on the right side, and the catch will be made.
Well, that's a beautiful pass. Ball hitting Sam Pendleton.
Catch made by Sam Pendleton.
Number on the tackle.
So the Cardinals make up for all those penalties in one play.
Redwood Valley, first down.
Redwood now has it 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Johnson under center with 2 wide out. Johnson will give it up the middle, and he'll find some room, and that'll be about a 15-yard gain for Redwood, but there is a flag thrown back at the Redwood 39.
And Kohler with some hard running there. Tackle made by Jeff Duffer. That's another Redwood Valley first down.
That's a face mask against the Eagles.
Ball past midfield for the first time in the football game for the Cardinals. And there may be a penalty being tacked on here. Face mask penalty against the Eagles. That will march the Cardinals towards the goal. 1st and 10 now for Redwood Valley.
So after the face mask, the Cardinals get deeper into Eagle territory, having it 1st and 10 from the Eagle 34. Johnson under center, 2 wide out. And Johnson will give it up the middle, and
tackle there made.
Dan Kohler will be met right away.
Number 79 for the Eagles, that's Gavin Mutz.
Tackle made by Gavin Mutz.
And it's going to be a loss of a yard.
Loss of about a yard.
The ball is spotted at the Windom 35-yard line.
So a loss of a yard there for Redwood, making it 2nd and 11 now from the Eagle 35. Johnson back under center now. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And that will end the first quarter. A scoreless game between the Redwood Cardinals and Windom Eagles. Eagles have had the ball in very good territory so far. being inside Redwood territory the whole game. They have yet to score out of it, and Redwood, on the other hand, has been the opposite, as they have struggled to get out of their own territory, but are now marching on a drive on the Windom 35. And it sounds like Adrian Peterson's not playing this Sunday for the Vikings.
Doesn't sound good at all.
Unknown reasons so far. Maybe he's just mad because he only produced 75 yards on Sunday.
That could be, Adam. That could be.
Bad news for fantasy owners there.
Good to see the
Cordero Patterson, though. I mean, if you have Cordero on fantasy, you should be looking pretty good so far.
He would.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm 1-0 this year.
We'll see later if he can answer any more trivia questions.
So both teams back on the field now for the start of the second quarter.
It will be 2 and about 11 for the Redwood Cardinals.
We'll go in the other direction now. It'll be the same situation for the Cardinals. It's second down and about 11 to go from the Windom 35-yard line.
And Johnson still under center for Redwood, as he'll take the snap and give it up the middle to Dan Kohler.
Quick opener for Kohler.
About a gain
about
open for about a
6
7-yard gain.
Jesse Pickman also there.
That'll bring up third down for the Cardinals,
A 7-yard gain for Kohler.
as it'll be about 3rd and 4 here for Redwood.
Down and 4.
And we see Zach Steen running along the sideline now, as it looks like he should be good to go. Johnson will take the snap from under center, and it'll be a fake to Kohler, and he'll keep it. He'll find some room to the outside, and Austin Fast will trip up Johnson, but not until Johnson picks up the first down for Redwood at the Windom 20-yard line.
Successful option play. Riley Espenson on the tackle for the Eagles. And that's going to be a Redwood Valley first down.
Nope, it was Austin Fast.
Ball spotted right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 now for Redwood from the Windom 20. And that exact play is what Coach Elwell told me this afternoon when I interviewed him that he was trying to avoid, is that they have to contain Johnson and force him to throw, as he will give the ball to the outside on a reverse. And Riley Espenson will bring down Jacob Prouty after about a 6-yard gain for Redwood. Second down now for the Cardinals as they take it from the Windom 14. Second and about 4. Redwood now marching on this drive as they look to put the first points up on the board. Always good to strike first in a football game.
That is true.
Or any sport, really. Johnson under center. He'll give it up the middle to Kohler. He'll fight through a few tackles up the line until Devin Homer will bring him down.
Kohler again. Boy, he's carrying the ball hard. Tackles made by Devin Homer, number 53. But that's going to be another Redwood.
Kohler will pick up a first down for Redwood, making it first and goal from about the Windom 4-yard line.
Back gets it at about the 5, just inside the 5, where it's going to be first down and goal.
Johnson still under center for Redwood, as he has 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 man in the backfield. And it'll be a fake to Kohler, and Redwood will strike first. Touchdown Redwood on the 4-yard touchdown carry by Cade Johnson.
Cade Johnson with a 5-yard run.
Boy, the Eagles really collapsed hard on that fake,
Yep.
as a huge gap opened up for Johnson on the left side.
Redwood lines up for the PAT.
It'll be Johnson to hold and Jacob Soderstrom to kick. And the kick is up and Well, that's a good kick.
Kick is perfect.
As it cleared the home run wall.
Soderstrom kicks it through with Johnson holding, and Redwood Valley 7.
So Redwood will find the scoreboard first as they take a 7-0 lead on the Eagles. 9:47 left to go in the first half. And we're going to see the Eagles returning unit for the first time. Nielsen and Fast were the kick and punt returners last week. We'll see if the Eagles stick to that same duo.
In Worthington is the annual Turkey Day 10K road race. And I'm sure Windom's Jay Grandpré will be one of some 500 and some competitors in that event. Jay Grandpré, 1979.
And we see the Eagles starting to take the field for the kick return.
And also quite the road race runner.
And Redwood comes to take the field as well. And it will be Fast and Nielsen back deep for the Eagles.
Okay, the Windom Eagles
They'll station themselves right about the 10-yard line.
Fast along with Devin Nielsen. And
As Soderstrom is set to kick for the Cardinals.
kick it off for the Cardinals.
But we are waiting for a ball here. And the official gets the ball and hands it off nicely to Soderstrom. He'll position it how he likes it on the tee. And finally, Soderstrom is set. He'll give it a nice line drive kick. And Nielsen will field it about the 6-yard line. And a nice return there for Nielsen, about 24 yards, as he carries it out to the 30-yard line. And Windom will start this drive for the first time tonight in their own territory. Boy, a long break for the Windom offense there, as that Redwood drive took a while.
First and 10 Eagles from their own 30-yard line.
Austin Fast will be at the top of your screen, and Jeff Peffer to the bottom. Gilbertson in shotgun, Antu's next to him. And Espenson motions to the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll go up the middle and be met by Thomas Buboltz and a bunch of Redwood defenders after about a 6-yard gain, making now 2nd and 4 for the Eagles.
6-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 4.
And the Eagles break the huddle, with this time Nielsen and Peffer at the bottom of your screen, and Fast and Espenson to the top. Gilbertson with Antes next to him in shotgun. Gilbertson will toss to Antes to the left. Antes will look for a block, but he won't find one, as he'll lose about a yard there, making now 3rd and 5 for the Eagles, taking the ball from their own 35-yard line.
Loss of the yard, maybe 2. Ball's at the 35-yard line.
Eight and a half minutes left to go in the first half. Redwood leading the Eagles 7-0, as the Eagles have trips to the right side now. Fast, Espenson, and Nielsen. Peffers to the left. And a quick screen pass from Gilbertson to Nielsen. He'll make a quick juke, and he'll find some room, and he'll get forward for it looks like a first down at the Windom 42-yard line.
Brings up 1st and 10 with a nice run by Devin Nielsen.
A nice run after he makes the catch.
Cardinals, that's a first down for the Eagles.
And now Espenson will motion to the backfield, and Gilbertson will give it to him. Espenson will get to the outside, but he'll be stopped by Kate Johnson behind the line. So Espenson loses about 2 there. Or about 1, loses about 1 yard.
It'll be second down and 12 from the 39.5-yard line.
So about second and 11 here for the Eagles, or second and 12.
Hey, tomorrow night is Windom Eagle coronation.
Gilbertson in shotgun. Espenson motions again. This time Antes will get the carry. And he'll be brought down by Johnson and Buboltz
And Johnson make the tackle
at the 44-yard line. So about a 5-yard gain there.
That's a good 5-yard gain.
Making it 3rd and 7 here for Windom. Gilbertson back in shotgun again as the Eagles come out in trips again. And Peffer is to the left, Antes in the backfield. Gilbertson will look deep for Fast, and that pass will be just short of a diving Austin Fast. And that'll bring a 4th down for Windom.
That's going to put the Eagles in a 4th down.
The rushing attack last week worked out really well for the Eagles as Nielsen, Espenson, and Antes combined for just under 300 yards.
And the Eagles will set up in punt formation with Gavin Nielsen to boot it.
Nielsen back to punt.
Will be Johnson along with
Johnson and James Pendleton will be deep to return it. And a high snap gets over Nielsen's head, but he'll pick it up and throw it to the back of the end zone.
All right, a high snap will sail over Devin Nielsen's head. Nielsen will recover the snap on a bounce, and he'll toss it to the end zone.
Isn't that a safety?
And that'll go down as a safety. That'll prevent Redwood Valley from getting real good field position there.
So a questionable decision there by Nielsen.
About halfway through the second quarter,
so that'll make it 9-0 now for the Cardinals, as we have 6:21 left to go in the first half.
It'll be 9-0 in favor of Redwood Valley.
And the rules of safety are: the opposing team gets 2 points, and this kickoff will actually have to be punted.
That'll be at 7:30 p.m. in the Gold Gym. Coronation tomorrow evening in the Gold Gym at 7:30 p.m. And they're working on split the pot again tonight. For Windom Junior Prom parents, you're selling these raffle tickets for just $1 each. The drawing will be at halftime.
So Homer will punt it now from the Windom 20. Homer not usually the punter.
Homer set to kick it off here.
And not a bad punt as that gets across the 50 where Johnson will field it. He'll find some room, but eventually be brought down by Tyler Morgan in Windom territory at about the 37-yard line.
And Redwood Valley is going to have the football at the Windom 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Redwood Cardinals, as they bring it into Eagles territory on the 36-yard line.
Johnson still under center for the Cardinals, and he'll give it up the middle.
On the carry for the Cardinals is Dan Kohler.
And that's Kohler again with the carry. Gain of about 4 yards.
All on with Gavin Kohler, 53. 5-yard gain for Fuller. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5 now here for the Cardinals from the Windom 32-yard line. As the Cardinals have really sparked a lot of momentum these past few minutes, putting up 9 points. And Johnson will be sacked here
Jesse Pinkman again.
by Gavin Mutz.
That's Gavin Mutz.
Yep, Gavin Mutz made that tackle.
Bringing Johnson down in the backfield. That's a loss of 2.
So 3rd and 6 now for the Cardinals. Still in Windom territory at the 34-yard line. Bubolt's under center. He'll give it off.
Rowdy on the carry.
Tackled by a group of, looks like Tyler Morgan,
Tyler Morgan along with
Riley Espenson.
Espenson. It is a gain of a yard with the forward progress.
Brings up 4th and 4 for the Cardinals. And we'll see with good field position if they'll go for it or not. And it looks like they are.
And Johnson's under center. And Redwood wants a timeout here. And they'll take it with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go.
Fans and visitors, you want to win some cash tonight? Here's your chance. The Windom Junior Prompters are selling raffle tickets for just $1 each. The drawing will be at halftime.
9-0 here is the score. Redwood Cardinals leading the Windom Eagles.
Tickets were sold by the main gate, but they're also being sold right here in the stands. You must be at least 18 years old to participate. And that drawing again will be at halftime.
And I wonder if the Redwood coach wants to change his mind and punt it away,
In the end zone.
or if he just wants a different play. Either one would make sense here. Once again, the Eagles defense has been on the field for a long time.
Announcer's booth, score booth.
The Eagles defense is ready to go, but we're just awaiting the Cardinal offense.
Again at halftime now, the Windom Mini Cheerleaders will be performing.
Here comes the Redwood offense, as both teams are set to resume action in the 2nd quarter.
Johnson under center. 2 wide receivers.
And Johnson will drop back looking to pass, and he'll make a completion to Thomas Buboltz.
And Johnson gets that pass.
And a nice
off
play
and
there
almost
for Redwood,
makes a
as
fine run.
Johnson sure took a big hit from Tyler Morgan as he released the ball.
Breaking a tackle along the way before it's brought down by Ryan Zamzo along with Devin Nielsen, but that's a Redwood Valley first down.
And we just passed the 4-minute mark here in the 2nd quarter. Redwood has it 1st and 10 after the deep play. Bubolt's under center with Prouty and Johnson in the backfield. And Windom now takes the timeout,
The Eagles will take a timeout here.
as the Eagles desperately need a stop on this possession.
Redwood Valley holding a 9-0 lead.
It's already a 2-possession game here for the Cardinals, and the Eagles would like to keep it that way. 3:59 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Cardinals lead 9-0 after a K. Johnson touchdown, a Soderstrom extra point, and a safety from Devin Nielsen.
Cell phone up there. It was found in one of the end zones. If you lost the cell phone, could would be the one that we have here. Next Friday night, right here in Island Park, the Worthington Trojans come to town. That's been going on for a long, long time. Worthington Windom football. Classic game was played here back in 1971 when the Windom Eagles defeated Worthington 20-8 for the Southwest Conference Championship on a Monday night. They played it on a Monday night.
Windom Eagles defense out on the field ready to go
Soaking wet.
as Redwood's
Friday night, so
huddle
they played it on the
breaks.
following Monday, and Windom defeated Worthington 20-8.
It is 1st and 10 on the Windom Eagles 11.
And Bubolsa will toss it out to Johnson. Johnson will find some room to the outside.
Kate Johnson on the carry.
And Johnson will go right into Ryan Zamzow, but Zamzow will take him down, along with the help of Hunter Hangay.
The ball's going to be right at the 5-yard line.
A 5-yard gain there for the Cardinals. Ball on the 5-yard line for the Cardinals as they look to get in a quick score before halftime. Johnson back under center. Last time they were in the situation, it was a fake to Kohler, and Johnson kept it. And it looks like a little bit more of the same. But this time Johnson will not get into the end zone. However, he will gain 2 yards, making it 3rd down from the Windom 3. It looked like the left guard from Redwood jumped just about a half second early, but no call from the officials.
3rd and about 2 here for the Cardinals, looking to score.
Bubolsa now under center with Johnson and Proud behind him. Johnson will get the toss, and he'll be stopped just short of the end zone by Riley Espenson.
Let's see. I think Espenson might have got him before he crossed. Redwood Valley's going to have the football near
And it'll
the
be
line, inside the 1.
4th down here for the Cardinals.
About 1 yard short of the goal line.
4th and goal for the Redwood Valley.
This would be a good stop for the Windom Eagles to hold them just to 9 points this half. Hopefully.
Eagles do not want to be looking at a 3-possession game going into halftime. So they'll see what they can do to stop the Cardinal offense.
Timeout called by the Cardinals.
Timeout called by the Cardinals with 1 minute and 42 seconds left of the first half.
This would be a good situation to try the old fake to Kohler and have Johnson keep it. That was successful last time the Cardinals were in this situation.
It's raining in Chicago. The Minnesota Twins and the White Sox there rained out tonight. The battle for 4th place in American League Central.
And the Eagles defense takes the field ready to go. 1:42 left to play in the second quarter. Cardinals still hanging on to that 9-0 lead. But they're definitely looking to add to it here as they're 1 yard away from the goal line on 4th down.
All right, we're going to be back to action.
Possibly looking for one of them trick plays a few plays ago that worked pretty well.
That could have been what the Redwood coach was drawing up. Johnson will be under center. You could look for a QB sneak here too. And Johnson will drop back and try a fade. And the catch will be made for a touchdown. That's Johnson to Sam Pendleton. As Austin Fast had his back turned on the play. Ball was thrown right over Fast into the breadbasket of Sam Pendleton.
end zone. And that's a touchdown for the Cardinals.
So great pass by Johnson leads to the touchdown.
For Jacob Sunderstrom.
And now Soderstrom lines up for the point after. Johnson the holder. And once again, Soderstrom puts it easily through the uprights. It is now a 16-0 game.
Really
Redwood leading Windom with 1:36 left to play in the second quarter.
With 1 minute and 36 seconds left of the first half, the Redwood Cardinals will be kicking off to the Windom Eagles. Maybe looking for one more chance for the Eagles to score before halftime.
Windom Junior Prom Committee. And possibly help out yourself. If you win, you get half the pot. There's some more people to buy tickets, the bigger that pot becomes.
Homecoming week next week for Windom, as we have our homecoming volleyball game on Monday against Fulda, and we're right back here Friday night to take on the Trojans of Worthington. Soderstrom lined up to kick off now from his own 40. Nielsen and Fast are back deep, awaiting the return. And the whistle is blown, and there's the kick. A high kick this time, as Fast will field it from his own 15.
Yeah, but Nielsen on the return, initial hit.
And the ball came loose.
Prouty, number 23.
That was Prouty on the stop, but Windom will fall on top of the loose ball.
And the Eagles do retain possession here.
So they will start this possession from their own 29.
Ball is returned by Austin Fast. Eagle football.
1:32 left to play in this first half, and we'll see if the Eagles go for anything deep here to try and sneak in the score before the half, maybe lessen this deficit a little bit. And Gilbertson will be in shotgun, and it'll be a low snap, but he'll give it to Antes. Antes gets to the outside, but he'll be stopped by Johnson after a gain of 5.
Ball is carried by Kyle Antes, the tackle made by Kate Johnson.
Second down now for the Eagles. Second and about 5 as the clock ticks down to 1 minute and 10. Gilbertson back in shotgun again. Antes to his left. Nielsen in motion out to join Peffer at wideout. And now Espenson motions in. He'll get the carry. And he'll get stopped right at the line by about 4 Cardinal defenders.
Tackle made by Minkleton, by Minkle.
So 3rd and 4 now for the Eagles as we approach the 30-second mark in the first half.
Eagles looking for maybe one more play, maybe 2.
And it seems the Eagles are just taking their time, not going to shoot for anything deep here. 20 seconds left to play. This time it'll be a fake reverse to Espenson, and Antes will get it up the middle. And he'll slide at the 40-yard line.
By the Eagles, and Kyle Antes is going to run for a Windom Eagle first down.
And the Eagles will have a first down from their own 41-yard line.
15 seconds left in the first half.
And with 15 seconds left, the Eagles will take a timeout. Having the ball 9 yards from midfield and time for about 2 plays. The Eagles might shoot for something deep here.
Some old-time Eagle fans on this one from 1971. We talked about that Windom Worthington game. Lou Olson was Windom Eagles tailback in that game. Who played quarterback for the Eagles that night?
And with the Eagles being down by 16, it might not be such a bad idea to maybe shoot for the end zone in a couple plays.
Well, Rick Borsgaard would have been about a 5th grader that year. You may know. John Lesh was one of the key linemen. right.
And both teams take the field now.
George Miller, that's exactly right. George Miller, the quarterback for that Windom Eagle 1971 football team. Rick Borsgaard, he's got the answer. I know.
And trips to the top of your screen now for the Eagles. Peffer at the bottom. Gilbertson takes out a shotgun, and they will shoot deep. It's way deep. And pass will be broken up
That's quite an arm for
by Ryan Bassett of Redwood.
But it's overthrown a bit. It's incomplete. A couple of Cardinals back there covering.
8 seconds left. So the Eagles should be able to squeeze in one more play before the half.
And that's going to bring up the fourth down here. Fourth? No, we just got a first down. It's second.
And it's second down and 10 for the Eagles. Still at their own 41-yard line after the incompletion.
8 seconds left of the first half.
And Gilbertson back in shotgun again. 2 receivers split to each side. It'll be a screen to Espenson, and that'll be overthrown. But still 4 seconds left, so the Eagles will get one more play before the half.
That'll bring up the 3rd and 10 now with just 4 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Gilbertson in shotgun again. Antes right next to him. He'll take it on a low snap. Hand off to Antes, but the ball will be fumbled. And that will end the first half. Redwood leading 16-0.
No scoring in the first quarter. Redwood Valley put 16 points
And
on
it'll be
board
the
in second
Eagles to receive out of the half.
at halftime.
And we'll be back after a 15-minute halftime break.
Hey, football fans, get out your tickets. Here's the winning number. Last 3 digits of your ticket. 7, 2, 6. 7, 2, 6. The winner can pick up their prize in the end zone in about 2 minutes. Again, 726 is the winning number.
football fans, ticket holders, again, 726. That prize has not been claimed. You can claim it in the end zone. 726.
Redwood to kick off to start the second half. It'll be Soderstrom to kick it off for Redwood. Nielsen and Fast back deep to return. You alright, Matt?
I am fine.
Alright, got a little cough. And a deep kick, Fast will field it from the 8.
Kickoff is returned by Windom's Austin Fast.
And he'll take it to about the 27. So a 19-yard return there for Austin Fast to start up the second half.
Adam Alex on a tackle for the Cardinals.
Gilbertson lined up in shotgun with Antes to his right. Nielsen in motion, handoff to Antes. He goes up the middle and gains close to about 5 yards, maybe.
Second down coming up here for the Eagles.
The Eagles pick up a couple of yards there.
It'll be about 2nd and 7.
Gilbertson again in shotgun, Antes to his right.
2 receivers split to each side. Nielsen
goes
in motion. He'll get the carry. And during halftime, Eagle captain Tyler Morgan gave a pretty motivating speech.
Three-yard gain for the Eagles. It's 3rd down and 4.
He just pretty much told his team to crank it up, come out stronger in the second half, and that they can obviously be playing way better than they are right now. 3rd and 4 here for the Eagles. Gilbertson under center. And he'll roll out to the left. He'll find Jeff Peffert, and that pass will be deflected by Sam Pendleton of Redwood. And that'll bring up 4th and 4 for the Eagles.
But Sam Pendleton makes a nice play on the ball and knocks that one loose.
More than likely gonna punt
Eagles will be facing the 4th down
due to
and
the
about
field position for the Eagles, and that's what they're doing.
That'll be Gavin Nielsen now in punt formation.
And Nielsen back deep to punt for the Eagles. James Pendleton and Johnson set to return.
Nice
and
punt.
this will be Johnson fielding it from the Redwood 37. They'll fake a reverse. And he'll escape a few tackles. And Tyler Morgan finally chases down Cade Johnson. After about a 5-second return, Johnson only ends up gaining about 2 yards.
Cade Johnson on a fake reverse. Initially hit there by Ryan Zamzo. Tackle made by Tyler Morgan.
And Redwood will start this drive from about the 39.5-yard line. From their own 39.5-yard line, I should say. And there must have been a holding call as the ball is brought back 10 yards.
Penalty, 10-yarder against the Cardinals. So it's going to be 1st and 10 over Redwood from their...
So Redwood starts this drive 1st and 10 from their own 29.5-yard line. And Johnson comes out under center. 2 receivers to each side, but he'll give it up the middle.
Met by Tyler Morgan close to the line of scrimmage.
That's Tyler Morgan on the tackle for the Eagles.
Prouty was the ball carrier there. as he just gains about a yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 9
Second down and 8.
for the Cardinals. Now Bubolt's under center.
Yeah, we're going to have a timeout here. I believe it's
But
officials kind of timeout. Or
Officials
officials have
timeout
stopped
on
the
the
clock.
field.
going to be another penalty going against the Cardinals here.
So it looks like was it a delay of game that cost the Cardinals 5 yards there?
So that's going to bring up a
Either way, it's about 2nd and 14 for the Cardinals.
yards to go here. Jerry Kill and the Minnesota Gophers, they're traveling south. Play Texas Christian tomorrow. And I don't know what town Texas Christian is in. I think maybe Rick knows that.
And the officials still discussing something here. And a couple of officials going over to talk with the Redwood coach.
Here's what I think Rick will know. I'm wondering who the outstanding guard, basketball guard for Westbrook was back in the early 90s. He might be right here. Yeah, Mr. Jewel Erickson. He not only can score, but man, could he find the open guy.
So a lot of confusion going on here between the officials and Redwood coaches. 9:30 left to play in the third quarter. Cardinals leading 16-0. They have it 2nd and long from their own 27-yard line.
Okay, we're going to be ready to go with football action here as we get this all sorted out. Again,
Tomorrow night we have our homecoming coronation in the Windom High School old gym at 7:30, and we are finally back to football after the delay. Buboltz will be under center. He'll hand it off to Prouty.
Jacob Prouty keeps his feet churning.
And Prouty will get just past the original line of scrimmage.
Will get the tackle. Devin Homer also involved.
Now making it about 3rd and 8 here for the Cardinals. Buboltz under center again. Prouty and Johnson in the backfield for Redwood. And Johnson will get the carry.
Hey, Johnson on a carry.
And he'll be brought down after about a 4-yard gain.
Kyle Antes
Will bring up 4th and about 3.
Tyler Morgan also as the Eagle linebackers come up big there. And the Cardinals will punt here. Case of the 4th down and about 3.
And it looks like Sam Pendleton is set to punt. Devin Nielsen back deep to return.
Good defensive stop by the Eagles, giving them another chance on offense.
And Nielsen will fair catch the ball at the Windom 32. As we see the Eagles offense
About 8 minutes to go here in the
for
third
the
quarter.
second time in this second half.
All right, Eagle ball, 1st and 10.
And both teams are set to go here. Gilbertson in the shotgun for Windom. Espenson a motion to the backfield and get the carry. And looks like he'll run into a blocker and then be tackled right around the 36-yard line. So about a 4-yard gain for Espenson there.
Espenson on the run, Goldbush on the tackle.
And second and about 6 to go here for the Eagles. Gilbertson now under center. And Nielsen in motion, but Anches gets the carry. And he'll keep his legs turning and pick up about 3 more yards.
Gets good yardage there.
Actually, looks like he'll only get about a yard, making it now 3rd down and 5 to go.
They'll bring up 3rd down and about 6 here for the Eagles. That'll be a Windom Eagles timeout.
And now the Eagles want to take a timeout, as they have it 3rd and 5 from their own 38. 7:02 left to play in the 3rd quarter. 16-0, Redwood leads.
Has found out that Texas Christian is indeed in Fort Worth, Texas. That's where Terry Kill will be. I bet Terry Kill's there right now. Gophers play sometime tomorrow down there in Fort Worth, Texas.
Looks like the student section is having a little bit of fun tonight.
Yes, it does. Sure getting their bump-a-dumps going. Former homecoming king Jacob Gatto is in attendance tonight. He will also be at coronation tomorrow to pass the crown.
3rd down and about 5.
And back to action now here, out of the timeout. Gilbertson in shotgun. Antes to his right.
Nielsen goes in motion.
And Antes gets the carry. He'll have a 1st down.
Pretty nice play there by the Eagles. Kyle Antes on the carry, right up the middle.
And it is the 1st down for the Windom Eagles.
And these Windom fans certainly rumbling after that 1st down carry by Antes.
Gilbertson will be under center. Handoff to Antes, but he gets met by 2 tacklers from the Redwood Cardinals, taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about 2 yards.
And I wonder if both teams are straying from the passing game tonight, because in this cold weather it's pretty hard to catch a football coming at you.
You got that right, Adam.
And tonight it does just keep getting colder. Gilbertson back in shotgun as Nielsen motions to the backfield. He'll roll out right. And ball nearly picked off by Ryan Bassett.
Is broken up there by Ryan Bassett.
Close play for the Windom Eagles there, but just knocked out of the hands by a Redwood defender.
That puts the Eagles now in a...
And there looked to be a little bit of a miscommunication there, as on that last play, as Nielsen motioned to the backfield, but that was not the right thing to do, as he just about ran into quarterback Luke Gilbertson. Speaking of Gilbertson, he is in shotgun now, and he'll have a quick 3-step drop, and that ball will go right through the hands of Austin Fast.
Gilbertson's pass intended for Bass.
bringing up fourth down.
Incomplete again. Bassett covering for the Cardinals.
And that's what I'm talking about with pretty hard to catch a ball in this really cold weather. Ball just slipped through the hands of Austin Fast there.
Bringing up 4th and 12, the Windom Eagles will punt. Cade Johnson and James Pendleton back to receive the punt.
And a nice line drive punt there from Nielsen. And then there'll be another fake reverse. And Johnson will get to the outside until he is forced out of bounds by Hunter Hangay right around the Redwood 40-yard line.
Tackle made by Hunter Hangay along with Devin Homer. Cardinals football now, 1st and 10 from the Cardinals.
Cardinals bringing up to their own 41-yard line.
And a quick substitution here for the Eagles as Gavin Mutz goes in for Zach Steen. Zach Steen seems to be perfectly healthy after suffering that injury in the first half. Bubolt's under center. Will take the snap and give it to Johnson, who is hit after about a 3-yard gain by Riley Espenson and Kyle Antes.
Tackle made by Riley Espenson along with Kyle Antes.
So 2nd and 5 now for the Cardinals
45-yard line, 2nd and 4.
as they approach midfield here. Johnson now under center.
With 2 wide receivers out.
He'll give it to Prouty.
Jacob Prouty.
Prouty. Forgot the R there.
Simple mistake, Adam.
Thanks, Matt.
He's probably on the tackle.
But that will be a first down for the Cardinals as they get the ball to Eagle territory. The Windom 47 to be exact. As Zach Steen now comes back in, this time for Jesse Pigman. And now Buboltz gives it to Johnson, who gets for it for about a 4-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 here for the Cardinals. Cardinals looking to add on to this already 2-possession game. It's 16-0. 16 points off of a Cade Johnson run, a safety from Devin Nielsen, and a touchdown from Johnson to Pendleton, Sam Pendleton that is, late in the 2nd quarter. As Buboltz is under center, he'll toss it out to Johnson. Johnson will find a few blocks, and he's still going, and he's brought down just across the Windom 30, but not until he picks up a first down and much more.
Finally brought down here by Tyler Morgan.
Bringing up another first down for the Cardinals.
And Johnson under center now. 2 receivers, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. But he'll go up the middle to Dan Kohler, who will gain a few yards there, about 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Cardinals.
Kohler on the carry. Kohler.
Cardinals running game working well for them so far tonight, as they have been able to muscle their way through the Eagle defense.
Johnson under center now.
And Johnson will give it off to Prouty. And he will lose yards there.
Down by Devin Homer.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11.
That's a loss.
And that's a big stop there for the Eagles. Devin Homer in on the tackle.
5-yard loss brings up a 3rd down now, and
Johnson back under center for the Cardinals. Kohler, the lone running back. And two receivers to Johnson's left, one to his right. He'll take the snap from under center, and he'll look deep to the right. But there was a flag thrown right away.
Nice little ball. The play was blown dead. A completion will not stand. An illegal procedure penalty against the Cardinals.
That'll be a false start against the Cardinals,
Make it third down and about 16.
making this third and longer. 3rd and 16 for the Cardinals. And Johnson's still under center. And this time he'll give it up the middle to Prouty. And a nice low tackle made by Jeff Peffer. 9 yards before the first down. So Cardinals have it about 4th and 9. And we'll see what they decide to do. Cameraman Colin Clare having a bit of a cough here. You alright, buddy? Alright, he's fine.
Johnson under center.
And Johnson will look for a man. He won't find one. And finally runs into his own guy and is brought down by Tyler Morgan. So just like that, the Eagles force a turnover on downs, taking over from their own 32-yard line. So a great defensive stop there from Windom, as they hope that leads to some momentum late in this game, as they could really use a score.
The Eagles take over on downs.
That brings up 1st and 10 on the Redwood 32.
And Gilbertson will throw a quick screen out to Espenson. Espenson will lose the ball, but he'll bobble it right to himself. And he stays on his feet for a while, but he will be brought down at the 34-yard line. Still gains about 2 yards.
Short gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 8.
Gain of about 2 yards there for Riley. Second and 8 for the Eagles. Gilbertson in shotgun. Espenson goes in motion and he hands off to Riley. Looking for some blockers. Possibly a gain of 1 yard.
Dan Kohler makes the tackle for the Cardinals.
And now the Eagles will have 3rd down from their own 35.
Eagles face now.
Eagles really could use a first down here.
3rd and 6.
And we're at 15 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Eagles should get off one more play. Gilbertson in shotgun. Antes to his right. He'll take the snap and roll out to the right. He'll scramble. And he'll run out of bounds after losing about 7 yards. And that will end the 3rd quarter. Eagles will have 4th and very long coming up, as they still trail Redwood 16-0.
For the Cardinals also in that pursuit. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. No scoring in the 3rd quarter. But Redwood Valley will still maintain a 16-0 lead here with 12 minutes to play.
Now with the 4th quarter coming, Windom Eagles are in need of a few points here.
In the third quarter, a Southern Confederacy 9-man football game. Alden Conger leads Aaron Lincoln Sabina.
And both teams now take the field, readying up for the last quarter of action. It'll be Nielsen back to punt. And a nice punt for Nielsen, a nice high punt. Will be fielded by James Pendleton, and then it'll be reversed to Johnson, but he'll fumble it, but fall on top of it at the Redwood 45.
The Cardinals recover. Gavin Nielsen on the punt. James
And Redwood will take the field.
Kincaid Johnson, and that was bucked and recovered by the Cardinals.
And I'm now joined by our on-field analyst, Taylor Queering. Johnson is under center, and he'll take the snap and give it up the middle to Kohler.
Kohler on a carry for the Cardinals.
Taylor's a little shy, folks.
Kettle of Eagles on that tackle. Among them, Tyler Morgan and Hunter Haingame.
So, second down here for the Cardinals with about 8 yards to go.
He's been big because I touched his shoulder. You're on the air.
And Johnson will be in the backfield as Buboltz is now under center. He'll take it and fake it to Johnson, but keep it for himself. A late flag will be thrown at about the 50-yard line.
Homer on the stop, number 53. Pepper's also in there, number 12.
Right now, Adam turned that thing off.
Penalty's going to go against the Cardinals.
And the penalty will be against Redwood. A 10-yard holding penalty will take away the gain for Redwood. Second and long now here for Redwood. And that'll be a run to the outside. Prouty would carry the ball. Just a short gain there for the Cardinals, as it's now third and about 15. That first down marker sitting at the Windom 45-yard line.
I don't know what.
And Bubolt's back under center, and Johnson will motion out to wide out. And a false start.
And we got another flag down. Flag on the play.
Sure looks like a false start anyway. We'll see what the officials decide on. Yep, that will be a false start against Redwood as they lose 5 more yards. Third and 20 now to come up for the Cardinals. They have a very long way to go on third down here, taking the ball from their own 35-yard line. Redwood holding on to this 16-point lead. Might just look to be conservative here and just run the ball, get the clock down. Johnson is under center now. And they will run it. That'll be Prouty with the carry. And he stays on his feet, and finally he gets drilled by Espenson. Still 5 yards short of the first down. So 4th down for the Cardinals. Ball right at about midfield. And just a little bit on the Redwood side of midfield.
First down for Redwood here. No, I'm looking at the wrong chain marker. It's 4th and about 8.
So now, looks like Adam Alex is back to punt for the Cardinals. And Nielsen back deep to return for the Eagles. And Alex will punt it away to Nielsen. Nielsen lets it fall and takes a really good Cardinal bounce. And wow, that ball looks just like Nielsen's punted in the first half.
Cardinals get a good bounce on a good punch. And
Windom will now start this drive from their own 3-yard line. And now Eagles set to start this drive very deep in their own territory. Time winding down here for Windom, as they should be looking to take a shot here. Maybe score a few points here and there. Get back into this game. Gilbertson under center, gives it to Antes up the middle. He'll make his way to about the 5-yard line before being stopped. 2nd and 8 now for Windom.
Johnson and Milken on the tackle.
And Gilbertson under center again for the Eagles. Espenson goes in motion, but Antes gets the carry. And he'll get dragged down by a Cardinal defender. That was Colton Minkle on the tackle. Antes just a yard or two short of the first down. So that'll bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and about a yard. Eagles do not want to have to turn the ball over here. That would give Redwood a very good field position and a chance to add on to this lead. Gilbertson back in shotgun now. Antes next to him. Nielsen on motion, but Antes gets the carry, and he will get that first down. Endo finds some room to the outside. He'll break a few tackles, and he'll get to the Windom 26 as he gets a first down and about 10 more.
Rumble for a Windom Eagle first down.
1st and 10 now for Windom after the big carry by Antes. Approaching the 7-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Eagles still trail by 16. And Gilbertson takes a snap. Another screen to Espenson. And he gets around Johnson. But a nice tackle made by Ryan Bassett after about a yard gain. That tackle sure prevented what could have been a big gain there for the Eagles. Second and 9 here for the Eagles from their own 27-yard line. And Gilbertson will come out in shotgun. Once again, Antes by him. Now 2 receivers split to each side. Espenson in motion and get the carry. And he'll be hit hard by Thomas Buboltz of Redwood right around the 30-yard line, bringing up a 3rd down and about 7 yards. Eagles could use another big run by Antes here to get him past the first down markers. Gilbertson in shotgun again, 2 receivers to each side, and Antes to his right. Gilbertson takes the snap, looks to Peffer, who makes the grab on the curl route. He'll get the first down and get his way to the 43-yard line.
Gilbertson.
That was a beautiful pass for Gilbertson.
And Pendleton.
I'm joined by our other on-field analyst, Colin Clare. How are things going down there, Colin?
Pretty good.
First down, Eagles.
What do you think about the play of this Eagle defense so far? They've been pretty weak.
Yeah, it has been pretty weak. Last
you,
week's game, though, was very strong for Windom.
I agree, as they forced 6 turnovers. And now on the double reverse, Espenson gets the carry, and he'll find some room, and he'll make his way into Cardinal territory, getting to the Redwood 43-yard line. So a big carry there for Espenson. He gives the Eagles a first down and a much-needed spurt of momentum. And Redwood now takes a timeout, as they seem to be maybe falling apart a little bit here, as the Eagles have got 2 big conversions on third down on big runs, one by Espenson, one by Antes. That timeout is taken with 5:11 left to play. Cardinals looking to hold on to this 16-point lead, but the Eagles sure seem to be on the attack now, as they are in Cardinal territory, just 43 yards from the goal line.
And the Eagle fans are really looking for a nice run by Windom.
You got that right, Colin. This student section does seem to be pretty hyped up. And that's the kind of, those are the kind of things that we need to spark a team. Maybe give them a little bit of rally. And both teams now set to take the field after a timeout from Redwood.
Still quite a bit of time left in this football game.
And Gilbertson in the shotgun. Antes to his left. Gilbertson will take it, roll out left this time. He'll look deep for Peffer. Oh, and that ball will be picked off by Boo Bolts. And wow, certainly a questionable no call, as Peffer was run over by one of the Cardinal defenders. Windom coaches are furious. Peffer's given the official a word about it, and he just kind of shrugs it off and walks away, because once the call is made, there is nothing you can do.
That is a huge missed call from the refs.
And wow, Coach Elwell is on fire down there. But how can you not be? The Eagles are mounting a huge drive, and it gets broken up by a play like that.
Unbelievable.
That'll certainly get a team fired up. But Redwood is now set to start this drive from their own 15. Cade Johnson back under center. He'll take it and give it off. That was Jacob Prouty on the carry. Or no, that one was Dan Kohler. Mixed up the 2 and the 3. Second and 11 here after the 1-yard loss. Cardinals were backed up to about their own 15. And Bubos tosses it out to Johnson, and he finds some room to the outside. And he's in some space. Deep. He's across the 50.
He's going all the way.
And Nielsen slows him up, and he cuts back. And wow, a great run by Johnson. One guy to beat. And he'll fumble the ball on the 1-yard line. A great play by Morgan. And Jeff Peffer fell on top of it for the Eagles.
Gabe Johnson with a tremendous run. But he's hit there by the Eagles, number 74.
And a huge run by Johnson, and then fumbled at about 1 yard.
And the Eagles do get the ball. So a great hustle play by Tyler Morgan to force it
And
but it looks like that might have came as a cost, as Morgan is still down the field. You could just tell as Johnson hit about the 30-yard line that he was just exhausted from already a huge run, and he just kind of tried to fall into the end zone. But he did lose the ball.
Finally chased him down.
And Tyler Morgan slow to get up.
Covered that fumble in the end zone for the Eagles. But it's going to be Windom football on the 20-yard line.
As the coaching staff is down there checking to make sure if he's all right.
We will have an injury timeout now.
By Morgan. As Cade Johnson cut back. Cade must have run 200 yards on an 80-yard run.
And Tyler Morgan is finally up as he gets a round of applause from the Windom fans.
A great hustle play there from Morgan. Hustle does pay off in the end. So great play by Tyler Morgan, and the Eagles recover the ball in the end zone to avoid giving up an 85-yard touchdown run from Johnson.
And the Windom Eagles are starting at the 20.
And Antes will get the carry out of shotgun, and he'll lose about a yard as there's a small dog pile up. And we just passed the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Cody Anderson on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Eagles set to go now, 2nd and 11. They're on their own 19-yard line after the 1-yard loss. Gilbertson back in shotgun. Will take the snap, roll out to his left. He'll go deep to Peffer again. And that one is well overthrown.
Gilbertson again on that fake and go.
And
for Peffer, incomplete.
Peffer does fall over there.
Sam Pendleton and Anderson,
But again, a no call. But there was a little contact on that play.
Now it's going to be 3rd down.
That incompletion will stop the clock. 3:22 left to play. Eagles now have it 3rd and 11 from their own 19. Still trailing in this game by 16 points.
Windom student sections all standing up waiting for the Windom first touchdown of the game.
And Gilbertson throws a deep missile to Austin Fast, and a wonderful completion there. Gilbertson had all kinds of time, and that time sure benefited him as he made a great pass to Austin Fast on the sideline, stopping the clock and picking up a big first down for the Eagles. Eagles now have 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line.
Beautiful play by the Eagles.
Gilbertson back in shotgun, 2 receivers split to each side. And he looks deep for Peffer.
Pass interference has to be,
Gilbertson's pass is getting
And Peffer is getting roughed up out there, but
that last pass play was
multiple no calls here.
fast with Bassett making the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 now after the incompletion. Gilbertson back in shotgun again. Nielsen will go in motion, but it'll be a fake to Nielsen. Gilbertson
and another,
and Fast cannot quite come up with the ball on the sideline.
Bassett on the coverage.
3rd and 10 for the Eagles. Gilbertson back in shotgun again on this 3rd down play. And now he's set to go as Espenson comes in motion. Fakes to Espenson, but gives it to Antes. Antes scurries forward for about a 3-yard gain. But that'll bring up a 4th and 7 as Coach Elwell wants a timeout here. 2:51 left to go.
Number 57. And Kate Johnson, number 1. Timeout on the field. Back in the old days before the section set up.
That's pretty cool, huh?
And the temperature has surely dropped here since kickoff. A real chiller here tonight, as you can clearly see your own breath. Poor decision not to wear gloves here for myself.
A couple guys up here, Dave Field and Lance Jackson, they know Redwood Falls was in District 10.
And a quick thank you to our crew here. We have cameraman slash on-field analyst Colin Clare, director slash cameraman Browno Gecka, and cameraman slash broadcaster Matt Thiesfeld. And working the video mixer tonight is Colin's brother, Ethan Clare. So a solid crew here tonight for Crew 22. Gilbertson back in shotgun as we're set to resume. He'll take it. 3-step drop. Look deep for Peffer again as Bubolz gets another interception.
And no pass interference. Unbelievable.
So Redwood will take over from their own 37.
2:44 left in the fourth quarter.
And Redwood looks to be closing in on a win here. And Johnson now under center. He'll fake it to Kohler and keep it for himself. And he looks to be stopped right at the line.
And the Windom students are looking for some defense with their signs.
Windom takes a timeout now with 2:24 left to play. One timeout remaining now for the Eagles. Redwood has 2 left. And the Eagles defense takes the field again. Awaiting the Cardinals offense, who will have it 2nd and 8 from their own 38-yard line. This drive is following the Thomas Bubolz interception. That's his 2nd of the night. And Johnson and his fellow Cardinals take the field. He is under center. And he'll give it to Prouty, who is hit hard by Antes.
And there's a flag on the play.
And there was a late flag thrown. Looks like it should be a double on sportsmanlike conduct, as Nielsen and Adam Alex were going at it there towards the end of the play.
And it's an unsportsmanlike conduct call.
against the Cardinals.
And it will just be a one-way penalty, unsportsmanlike against the Cardinals. So a 15-yard loss. And looks like about second down and, excuse me, third down and about 24 yards. Or 25 yards. Third and 25 here for the Cardinals from their own 23-yard line. And Kohler gets the carry up the middle, and he'll have a collision with Kyle Antes. That'll bring up fourth and long, as we expect the Cardinals punt unit to come onto the field.
Devin Nielsen back to return.
With 1:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Cardinals lead 16-0. And a deep punt will not be fielded by Nielsen. He'll let it roll and be down at the Windom 37-yard line. 38-yard line. 38-yard line sounds better.
38-yard line with only a minute 8 to play.
We're down to 68 seconds to go in this game. Redwood closing in on a victory. A good performance by the Cardinals. Not a terrible performance by the Eagles, but they've certainly played better. Gilbertson back in shotgun, throws a quick screen to Espenson. He'll get forward for a gain of about 7.
Gain of 8 yards will make it second down and 2. Cody Anderson on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Second down and 2 now for the Eagles as they approach midfield. 45 seconds left to go. And Gilbertson will drop back and look short to Nielsen.
Oh!
Nielsen just about makes the one-handed snag, but Sam Pendleton is there to prevent the completion.
Gilbertson's pass intended for Devin Nielsen, incomplete.
And the clock stops with 29 seconds left.
Jacob Gould, the guy on the coverage in that last play for the Cardinals.
And it looks like the Eagles are trying to get about 2 more plays in.
Gilbertson now out of shotgun, like we've seen a lot from him tonight. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He'll drop back, look short on the curl for Austin Fast. He'll have a first down as he gets into Cardinal territory at about the 42-yard line. Clock stops ticking at 23 seconds.
Jacob Brody makes that tackle.
And Windom no huddle, trying to get something off now. And they're just going to let the clock run.
Nope, opposite of that actually. He'll spike the ball to stop the clock. Eagles are out of timeouts. So a spike there stops it for the Eagles, even though they will lose it down. Clock will stop at 22 seconds. Gilbertson out of shotgun. Trips to the top of your screen. Pass to the lone receiver on the bottom. He'll look on a quick pass to Espenson. Riley gains about 5 till he's knocked out of bounds.
sure who got that tackle for the Cardinals, but it was a good stick.
15 seconds left in the game.
Kohler probably on the tackle. 3rd and 6.
The clock is stopped at 15 seconds, and the Eagles break the huddle to take the line. Gilbertson in the backfield with Antes next to him. He'll drop back, looks short again to Fast. Fast will get the first down.
Gilbertson to Fast. It's going to be close to a first down. Tackle for the Cardinals is made by number 21. Cole Vistero.
And Gilbertson spikes the ball with 4 seconds left
4 seconds to play.
to squeeze in one final play here.
They got a first down in the last one, so it's 2nd and 10.
So one final play here for the Eagles as they try to salvage a few points. Because a 6 points, or scoring 6 points here sure looks a lot better than a shutout. But Redwood, obviously anticipating a deep pass, sends a bunch of defensive backs. Gilbertson will look deep to Peffer.
And intercepted.
Intercepted by Sam Pendleton, but there is a flag.
And Kyle Antes bringing him down.
Sam Pendleton with an interception.
And a penalty flag was thrown. But it looks like the officials might have finally decided to call a pass interference.
Do not believe the game's over yet.
So, yep, they will call pass interference on Sam Pendleton, taking away that interception.
And see, the ball's at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles. There'll be one more play.
So the Eagles will get one last play from the 15-yard line, trying to score something here. That'll be a quick pass to Fast. He'll get forward, but fall just short of the end zone, and that will be the game. Eagles fall to the Cardinals, 16-0. They fall to 1-2 overall, 1-2 in Big South play. And looking forward to next week, we have some homecoming football as your Windom Eagles take on the Trojans from Worthington next Friday, right back here, September 19th. And for Colin Clare and the whole Channel 22 crew, this is Adam Farg saying good night from Island Park.